All right, I'm back with another dose of Crypto Airdrop Alpha. So let's jump into a bunch of things that are claimable today. I'm going to start in the Solana ecosystem with the Uprock token. So if you staked Jupiter tokens and voted with them, then you can go and claim a portion of the UPT airdrop from the Jupiter LFG launchpad. Now this token launched yesterday and the price per token is hovering at around 9 cents right now. But this is just one source of the token. And if you were actually farming Uprock using their application, then some of those tokens will be unlocked to you as well. Now, you can't actually withdraw the full amount, but if you go to your wallet and click send, then it will prompt you to enable two-factor authentication and you'll be able to withdraw up to 1,000 UPT tokens per day. So overall, I would say not bad considering that any allocations from staking Jupe tokens is just an extra yield on top of staking the Jupe tokens, and then you can actually collect your tokens from farming it as well. Another airdrop that is claimable today is for IntentX, the perp DEX that's live on Mantle and Blast. So you can claim your allocation for this if you traded on the platform and earned points, if you completed their Galaxy Quest to get those NFTs. If you got the actual final NFT, there's an allocation of 250 tokens for that. But when you claim your tokens, it's actually going to come in the form of XINTX, which is like a staked version of the token, and then there's a vested portion as well. So if you want to actually cash out of your tokens, you need to go then to the staking application where you can unstake your position. So if you want to do that, you can do so, and there's liquidity to swap this on the merchant mode DEX. However, if you want to keep your IntentX tokens staked, there are rewards for doing that. And then also, if you keep them staked for 60 days post-launch, then you will actually get an additional significant bonus depending on the amount of people that keep theirs staked. So there's 1 million extra tokens that are going to be only allocated to people that don't unstake and sell for the first 60 days. So up to you how you want to play this. But honestly, overall, given the price of the IntentX token and the size of the allocation that you got for actually completing their Galaxy Quests, and if you traded on the platform, then you earned more points for that, I would say that this was actually a pretty fair and reasonable airdrop. Now let's move to the third token that is claimable right now that I would say is an unreasonable airdrop, and this one was from Aperture Finance. So right now, for starters, you can claim your tokens. If you go to the dashboard and you see all zeros like this, then just clear your cache on the browser, refresh, and try again. You should be able to claim your tokens. But the three main issues with the Aperture Finance drop are, for starters, none of the normal, regular users were able to claim until a couple of hours post-launch. There was some technical difficulties, and so people weren't able to claim until the price had already dumped significantly. The second major issue out of this is that the Aperture Finance team completely locked down the Discord during this and weren't providing any ongoing communications about it, so definitely not a good look. And then the third issue is that honestly, the allocations just don't make sense. I'm not even sure if the math is adding up on this one, and I don't have the statistics right in front of me in terms of the total number of points farmed and then the total number of tokens given out. But basically, even people that were in the top upper echelons of this airdrop got at max a couple of $100 when many people were expecting at least 4 figures, if not more. So Aperture Finance, definitely a major letdown of a drop. All right, next up, let's move to the Mode ecosystem. A couple of other things that are happening. If you stake Mode tokens, then you can claim your OP token rewards. So every week there's a new claim. And the APY for staking Mode right now is over 50% paid out in OP tokens. But so far, I've been making more on my Mode staking than I have been on some of the Mode ecosystem drops. Speaking of which, the Ionic token, Ion, dropped today into your wallet. So you had to claim this one previously. I mentioned it a few times on the channel. And if you claimed it, now you should be able to see the balance in your wallet if you use apps like DBank, or if you want to just copy and paste this contract address and paste it into your wallet. Now with the Ion token claim, don't get too excited. I got like $15, $20 out of it. A big portion of the Ion token airdrop is vested, so we didn't get nearly our full allocations. But yeah, it's kind of coming in drips and drabs, this one. Okay, the last thing that I think is claimable right now, a lot of claims, is the Morse token. Now, this is part of the Mitosis airdrop, but it's not the main one. So if you've been following along with their Galaxy Quests and completing those, then you can claim Morse, which is an ERC 404 token on the Ethereum mainnet. Since it's on ETH mainnet, I definitely recommend waiting until gas fees are cheap to claim. And then basically how this works is if you get enough of this token, you'll be able to cash that in for an NFT, which will probably have some sort of relevance for the main mitosis airdrop. So this is like a side quest for the main thing, but if you have been doing those galaxy quests, then you definitely should go and claim the token. All right, next up, let's just take a quick look at the rumor airdrop calendar. So it has been a big month in terms of the number of crypto airdrops. A lot of these ones haven't been top tier drops though. And if we move forward into June, I would say that we're going to see a lot more high value targets dropping. So, I mean, for starters, next Wednesday, the Tyco testnet tokens are dropping. I wouldn't say that's high value, but next week we will probably also see ZK Sync, that's my suspicion, but also sometime in the next few weeks we should see Layer 0. We got Blast coming up on June 26th, but then on top of that, some other big ones that could be coming in June include Swell, which was supposed to launch actually a month or two ago, maybe D-Bridge as well. And speaking of D-Bridge, of course they did win the last vote on the Jupiter Launchpad, and after winning that, Jupiter came out and said that they should be launching within the next few months. And what I take this to mean is that there is still time to farm it, and you can do that by actually using the D-Bridge application, bridge to and from different L2s, of course. But if you want to bridge to or from Solana, they've actually integrated now with Jupiter itself, which is a pretty cool feature and potentially a multi-airdrop qualifier. So now if you go to the Jupiter application under Gateway to Heaven, you can select the D-Bridge feature here, which is currently in beta, and you can send assets to and from Solana. However, if you're going to go to and from different L2s, Ethereum L2s, then definitely just use the regular old D-Bridge app. And then speaking of high value bridge airdrop targets, just a quick reminder that Jumper does their XP at the end of each month. So today is the last day that you could rack up some XP. They sent out a reminder. And in case you're wondering what you need to do in order to max qualify for monthly XP, there's this helpful guide right here. And I've also posted a full tutorial video on that, which will be linked down below. Another reminder, today is the last day to claim the first round of Rabby points. It ends on May 31st. So not much time left if you want to still import a wallet to Rabby, or if you've already imported a wallet, make sure that you claim all of your points before the end of the day. And then on that point, since it is the end of May, this is also your last chance to hit transactions on different bridges like Hyperlane, on networks, Ethereum L2s, on Aptos, all the different airdrops that you're farming. Make sure that you get a couple of final transactions in for the month of May. All right, let's move now to Dimension. If you stake Dime tokens, there is 7 days left. Well, this was actually posted a couple of days ago. So 5 days left to claim your manned network tokens. So if you've already done this, no need to do it again. But if you've never heard of this and you stake Dimension tokens, definitely go check that out. And then also there's a governance vote live for Dime stakers with 1 day left. So vote on that as well, because the manned network team has suggested that active stakers and voters might actually get a bigger airdrop. Another update within the Dimension ecosystem, if you got the NIM token airdrop and then staked it, it looks like there's going to be another round of an airdrop coming for you. I sold mine as soon as I got it though. All right, let's move to another piece of alpha, this one from the Zora L2. So they posted that they might be getting a big chunk of money from the Optimism network, and they said that if they get those, they're going to be splitting those rewards with creators and builders on Zora. So what this means is you need to be creating a collection of NFTs on Zora. All you need to do is go to the Zora application, create a collection, mint one of them, and then if you can get other people to mint them, the more the better, of course. But if you have been creating collections on Zora, then you might actually get a stimmy in the form of OP tokens. Okay, next up, for the Scroll airdrop campaign, basically the update for this is they enabled a bunch of additional assets that you can earn Scroll marks for, including some stable coins, but also liquid restaked ETH from KelpDAO. And this is good for us because I've done a bunch of stuff with that asset on Scroll. So now if you bridge and hold those assets on the Scroll L2, you earn marks for session 0. And then when they move into session 1, they've said that that will be the DeFi session. So even if you take your liquid restaked ETH right now and you deposit it into some sort of DeFi app, or you provide liquidity on ambient finance, something like that, then you won't be earning marks for those activities in session 1 because it's no longer in your wallet, it's been deposited into DeFi. But in session 2, you will earn retroactive marks for all of that DeFi activity. So it will still count, and in my opinion is obviously still better than just holding it in your wallet and not actually hitting any of these additional targets or earning extra yield on it. Okay, let's talk about Layer 0 RFPs. So all of these different projects that have integrated with the Layer 0 protocol have applied for Zero tokens to be distributed to users. So they've added a bunch of these to Wenser. You can go copy paste your wallet address in and see if you qualify for any of them. So according to this, my public wallet here is going to qualify for an allocation from these different RFPs, but there's almost 50 of them. There's 48. I'm only qualifying for 7 out of 48, but you can go and check and see which ones you're qualifying for here as well. And then the final thing I wanted to mention is that I found this great photo here from someone that's not even into crypto airdrops or anything like this, but I feel like this advice is very, very applicable. And it's talking about thinking like a farmer. Now, I'm not gonna read all the points here, but you can read it for yourself, pause this and just check it out. I think all of these things are super, super applicable to airdrop farming or investing, or in real life farming, of course. But yeah, there's gonna be good seasons and bad seasons. You can't control everything. You can't get mad when your crops don't grow, but as long as you pick the right spots and you irrigate and fertilize, so keep pushing transactions and keep actually interacting with these different networks and applications, something is going to happen. And I do honestly think that June is going to be one of the bigger months for airdrops. There were a lot of airdrops in May, but there's going to be some big airdrops in June. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Hopefully you found this useful. As always, thanks so much for watching and have a great weekend.